Alright, nerds, trial 2. What we got?
Certainly.
Himiko's... Is she though? Himiko's so suspicious she got to be a red herring, right? That is accurate. But I don't even know where to start unraveling the truth. I should have played more point-and-click adventure games. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm currently playing one. Also, she's pointing out games. She references anime. She's referenced Marvel Comics. What is her... Like, is she... Like, instead of, like, Hifumi being the otaku culture, and, Chiaki being just gamer culture, is she just, like, everything? Is she just meant to be, like, an amalgamation of, like, nerd culture? Just all in one. She's a giant ball of nerd. Okay. This case will be super easy, especially with how obvious the top suspect is. Right, Himiko? I hear males pick on girls they like to get their attention. Which means I've never... Like, I've heard that. I've seen that in TV. I've never seen that in real life. I don't believe that's ever actually a thing. Has there ever actually been a thing? I have never, in my many years, my just over 2 decades, my 2.5 decades of this, I have never seen. I have never run into this.
Oh?
Huh? How'd you know? Actually, why don't we focus on the class trial and save that conversation for later? This has turned out to be not so boring after all. Don't you not want to suspect, friends? That's short, sweet, and to the point. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Atua sees all. He's divine. Atua was factually wrong in the last case, so fuck your guard. How about that? Hey, Detective Dumbass, you've pinpointed the possible culprit, right? I haven't actually. I honestly don't know. I have nothing for this one.
Listen up.
So before we head over there, let me give you some advice. Hero to sidekick. If you want to give up, wait until you've done everything you possibly can.
Of course.
Wait, no, that's still no good. Okay. I won't forgive you if you give up. You got it?
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. He's right, I can't give up. Made a promise to Kaede. This murder was also triggered by Monokuma's motive, was it not? Which means there's a reason the culprit was so desperate to live, yes? And Ryoma, who became the victim, had no reason to live, correct? What are you implying?
If so...
To kill because you have no reason to live, and to die because... Well, to kill because you have a reason to live, and to die because you have no reason to live. Which, I wonder, is correct.
Jeez.
I mean, he got a point. He got a point. Because if you technically had no reason to live, then, you know, you can look at it as, you know what, it's not so bad if you die. Hell, he could have spoken to the killer and been like, you know what, you need to live. I don't need to live. How about we work something out? Like, you know. Like, it's a possibility.
Well...
Sorry, but I don't know anything. Of course you don't. If you think a child caregiver can help solve a murder case, then we'll... I mean, a fucking pianist helped the last time, woman. A fucking pianist! Do you know what a pianist is? Ain't a detective.
Really?
This whole thing is shaking like a big old vibrator. Himiko's scared, poor little thing. This vibration is perfect. Okay.
Do you agree?
This matter will be discussed in due time. We should save our arguments until then. Thank you, Mum. I did not calculate that we would gather here under these circumstances again. What would Kaede say if she saw us right now? She'd say, like, bitches, I died for your asses! I killed Rantaro for your asses! You here again?
No.
Doing this nonsense again? In my name? You see how I died? I died for you! That's what I like to imagine. Whenever someone says, like, what would that person say if they could see us right now? I'd like to imagine they would just be given mad sass. Mad sass! Like, you dumbass motherfuckers! You're in this situation again! You know what I did? I died for you! But, like, it's always used in, like, some sort of, like, dramatic, like, like melancholy thing. Like, oh, they wouldn't want us to give up. What would they'd be disappointed if they could see us right now. But I just imagine they'd be like, listen. Like they'll chew you out. Not like oh, I'm disappointed. You've disappointed me. But like they'd be vicious. I know I would be. In a situation like this, if I died for these fucks, and then 2 days later they're back at it again, I would be either up in heaven or down in hell, whichever. Because you know what, I haven't lived a sinless life. But I'd be in one of those places, and I'd be like, you dumb ass motherfuckers. You dumb ass motherfuckers. I'ma see one of you soon. I'ma see your asses soon. I know Himiko better than anyone else. I know all her secrets. I know her gender, her hair colour, even her height. We all know that. None of those are secrets. Do they restock that every time? Do they resupply that every time? The door opened up before us with a pomp, or with pomp, as if sending heroes off to war. After a pause, we all stopped toward the door, or stepped toward the door. Get my words correctly. We were silent. All I could hear was our unsteady breathing. Just as we passed through the door. Ah, yeah, big lift. It started up again. Normally I wouldn't mind the shaking, but I'm feeling especially sensitive to it right now. Each of us felt it trembling through our entire bodies as we sank further still. Without sure footing, I'm positive I would have fallen as well. My breathing was becoming more ragged, my heart pounded harder and harder. Just when I thought I would pass out from the nerves, the elevator came to a stop. But this wasn't the end, no, it was only the beginning. Oh, it hasn't changed. You're slacking. You're slacking. You always change the trial grounds appearance after each trial. You're slacking. You're not doing it this time. Did you want to come here again because of how wonderful it is? Isn't it wonderful? I put so much effort into building this place. It should be a momentum. Well, it should be a monument. Sorry, momentum. My brain was caught between momentous and monument, so I got momentum. All right. Actually, we're the ones who used the exercise to build a courtroom. But Father just took all the credit.
Wonderful.
But I'm so happy to be used as a slave by Father.
What are you saying?
You idiots are really committing to this henchman bit.
They're so cute.
You guys are just so cute, I can't help working you to the bone. You put on an elaborate detail into this courtroom. It's almost like it's a show. Almost like for show. For show? What an interesting way to put it. Is this just for show? Or are you showing this to people on the outside and those people aren't with us, so you don't need to worry about them. Get it? They're not with us, as in they're longer with us, you know what I mean?
Hey,
I don't know. The way you started that and then tried to transition awkwardly. It sounds like you're presenting this to the outside world again. Now show me just how you intend to bargain for your lives. It sounds to me like you're broadcasting this to the outside world again. Which then makes me wonder, what the fuck is Future Foundation doing? Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. After falling from his former glory, he told us he had no reason to live. But even so, he said he wanted to fight beside us, to get out of here with us. For that, he was trying to find a reason to live. He might have been a little stern, but he wasn't a cold man at all. And the person who killed him is here right now. I want to believe it's a lie. I don't want to believe it at all. But if this is where I find the truth, I won't avert my eyes anymore. This is the wish that she entrusted me, or entrusted to me. I will find the truth to get out of here with everyone alive. Apart from people who have died. I'm gonna survive. I can't die here. I need to keep my promise to her. I will fight. I will fight for my life in this trial of truth and lies. There we go, truth and lies. Not hope and despair. This is truth and lies this time, boys. I mean, I'll take the save. Okay, I have 16. That's a bigger sign. That's a bigger sign. Also, do I need to assign the one I got from the one I got from the one I got from Kurumi? Oh yeah, I do. Okay. It also costs more than I'm allowed to even equip. That's weird. Oh no, I don't have to buy it. I already have it. But okay. Okay. Boys, let's do it.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Why?
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway!
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. Yes.
You.
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone!
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit!
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Yeah! I'm in top form today!
You keep doing that.
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me.
I mean, to be fair, if we talk over you, the trial will proceed much more smoothly.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you! Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E.
Himiko seems suspicious.
Ah, damn! Undercut that bitch!
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend?
I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me. He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive.
Remember when he was wrong in the last trial?
You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all.
Okay, calm down.
Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on
Accurate.
me! I'll protect Himiko!
but it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show.
His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession.
Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma.
I don't know about that.
But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
Magic.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone!
You mean like Kaede? You mean like Kaede?
I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
It's like playing as Kyoko, only more likable. What a time to be alive.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
Ah, and he was eaten alive!
Now he won, boy. Now he won, boy. Sit your ass down, son. He drowned.
No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas. The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's
Why would you not?
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate man!
To be fair, in your logic, so does being a male.
So what? Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
Is it? Is it? I've never tested. I don't know how long I can hold my breath for, but is it?
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
Before the start of the show, I guess.
That's it! Ryoma was already drowned before the show started. Agreed.
Why would you laugh at that?
Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. Yes. By that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead.
Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank, and then show it during the act.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body?
The stairs?
Oh wait! Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Himiko. Why won't you just explain it to us?
Magicians never reveal their secrets.
'Cause it's magic.
No, maybe it really was magic.
Shut up.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that being going to place in this entire class trial. I'm okay with that.
Himiko is committed to her act. But those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
No, I deal with dreams quite often as well, but I don't lie that much. I lie when I need to, but I don't lie that much.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
What does that mean?
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the
This
house.
is true.
And we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
So we gotta figure that shit out ourselves.
Then let's work together to reveal the secret behind Himiko's trick!
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. Magic. Magic.
Okay.
No! It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
How would you know?
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than
That they are. Anyway, we need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. If we can't figure that out, this case is gonna go nowhere. I mean, we've got 2 secret hatches to go with.
How did Himiko escape?
Secret hatches.
Maybe she just climbed out and no one
Yeah,
saw
about that.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
I agree.
Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did happen.
Thank you for being helpful for once in your life.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength! No! Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
Please tell.
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate.
If he knew why he was wrong, then he wouldn't be wrong.
I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel.
Well, that's not conductive of a debate. That's not very, you know. That's not congruent of an actual rational debate. Oh, I know.
The side of the tank being open
Fuck.
doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch. I know she didn't do that. And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Wait a second. Before you... What makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water.
Nah, bitch! There was water by the staircase. Cut that bitch down.
There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch. Meaning, the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Called it.
Inside staircase. His body was in stairs?
Possible.
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater. There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
There's a door.
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us.
I love how the little stick man has a hat.
It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
Ha ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed!
Okay. Okay.
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
I like how he's just like, no, magic had nothing to do with it.
That's it! It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a
Well, there
towel.
you go then.
Why would you say that?
To prove her innocence?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry
Well,
her,
to be fair, it doesn't really prove her innocence, but you know.
but her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
This is true.
Himiko can't get wet! Because her body repels water!
What does that even mean?
Huh? Like a...
Yeah, she's a little duckling.
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Fine. You win. It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
Look at this. You've broken down the poor girl.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them. I didn't need them. Because I used my magic.
Okay, girl. Okay, we get it. Go back now.
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Probably.
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body? From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
I find it weird how this is a thing. It's like with the whole the little touch that lets you react randomly. Doesn't do anything, but it's like this is there for reasons.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
Hey, listen, we've discovered like 3 people's weird kinks right now. We're not judging anymore.
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for 2 people to fit in.
Even if it is the 2 smallest people in the franchise, factually.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank. At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs. That way, she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
She could have, but Gunter said he saw no one in there.
I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Because it was the most logical response in her situation.
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
And back in you go.
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees. Are you okay with that, Tenko?
Totally fine with that.
Okay, calm down.
I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything. I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die.
Fucking, okay, we get it. You're a lesbian with a lolicon thing going on, but still.
So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko.
Like you're right. Himiko isn't the one, but still, that's a stance to take. That's a stance to take. I'd rather you all die than not trust this one girl who's clearly suspicious.
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
That's wrong!
Am I doing better than last time? I can't tell. I think I am.
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta. Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above.
But Gunter saw nothing.
Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
No one was in there?
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good.
No, that good clue, Gunter. That good clue.
No, that's actually a great clue. Because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point.
Also the fact that Gunter got up there with 20 seconds left and stayed up there until 0. So the only time she would have been able to switch the body if the body was in there was the second the piranhas came in. And if she opened up that shit to get Ryoma's body out, there's a good chance piranhas would have came into her. So you know, bad time.
But the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Then Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
Please do.
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Well, how about behind the
I got it.
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't
This
see
answered the question I had at the start.
Impossible. You'd need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before.
This is where my answer lies.
But if the body and piranhas were separated...
I agree.
This is where my initial question lied.
Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
Just as I thought. Using that glass pane as a hider, a safe space could be created in the tank.
It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
Then that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
What is it, Gonta?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them. Now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well.
I didn't.
The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Only that one part's made of glass.
Water. A dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
More piranhas than usual.
A certain something?
More piranhas than the rehearsal.
We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Yeah? How could you hide a body like that?
This is it!
Ah, yeah, boy. Your big dick up in here.
It was the piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Huh? The piranhas?
That's right. Remember what Angie said during the investigation?
Wait, other people heard that?
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
Okay.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased. The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right?
So they were just pushed up against the glass.
The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
That glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank. It was really easy to detach that lid, so it's no wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful. Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
It really wasn't.
This much evidence? It seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect
That's a
you.
factual. That's a factual incorrect statement.
Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed
That's
him.
factually incorrect.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Okay, but still, that's way better!
That is true.
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now!
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
Good.
What a petty-ass god!
You know what? To be fair, I would be. I would be petty as shit.
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie.
Why not?
We should be mad at this class trial. At this killing.
You know what? You know what? Fair enough, madam.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart. What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Fucking okay.
Himiko's still brainwashed?
Alright.
But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because you's a bitch!
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of Tard School or something?
Probably did.
Nuh-uh. Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi.
You hear how happy he is about that?
What alibi?
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
Oh! Oh! Oh, the shots he just fired! Oh! Oh, the level of shots this boy just fired! Wow!
Who you calling a dumb pig?
I like how that's the part. You don't like being called dumb, you don't like being called a pig, but the fact that he called you a whore, you don't give a shit about. Okay.
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake the body was hidden in the piranha tank. But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
The only time the culprit could have set up the scene was before nighttime. Oh yeah! I was almost about to click after.
It was done yesterday.
Or during.
Before nighttime.
Ding ding ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
It's literally his job.
Wait, how do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination. Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Bitchlet. Ah, I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that word. Ah, wow. Bitchlet.
First, the gym was closed during
She's a
nighttime,
masochist.
so no one could have entered.
She's arrogant, but she's shy and feeble, and she's a masochist. Okay.
If you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
Alright.
No, she means the alarm.
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before the show was...
The thing is, though, I know for a fact that if Mew made that exact same reference, I would have laughed. I don't know what it is. It's just with some things work with some characters and don't with others. I don't know why. It's just a thing. It's like when you're watching Ruby and they go and they do cringe humor. They do cringe humor with any character who's not Jean. It's like no, it's just bad. But then Jean does it. It's like, you know what? Okay. Because his character is a dumb, lovable idiot. It's fine. Okay, cool. It's just like, if Mew made that joke, I would have been like, yeah, alright, calm down, bitch. With him, it was just like, for fuck's sake, that was unneeded. Not everything works with every character, is all I'm saying.
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
Look at this motherfucker. And she loves it too.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
We know a rough estimate, we don't know the actual time.
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
I mean, 8 PM was said. Who was it who said 8 PM?
This is it! If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Hirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so...
Invite is a very strong. You're in between two dead people. I just realized. You poor thing. You poor thing. You started off this game badly.
Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began...
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes? Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
That would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, Mew, and also Maki.
Now, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect.
Why is she so perfect? Why is she so perfect?
Beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
Accurate! Now shut up and never speak again.
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time. But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym.
Well, I mean, she was sewing.
I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
It's a possibility, but I don't know.
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise.
Now, yeah.
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
Think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
That's a massive lie, but okay.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimony.
Maki was doing her thing in her room because she's addicted to that room for some reason.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go.
How many dead children are in your room? How many dead children are in your room?
But that cannot be proven, can it?
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
What is with Japan and its hatred of mustaches and goatees? First it's rapists and now it's murderers.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity.
That's also not a goatee. That's just the beard.
Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Yeah, but you know.
Oh wait, I remember now. I do have an alibi.
Liar!
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
We're doing that.
I'm not
Way
the
on the
culprit.
culprit!
Oh yeah, we're doing that math shit. We're doing that math shit. I'm sorry. The mass panic debate this time around will have loud voice dialogue. It's when one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice. That blocks out the other's arguments, even if you see a weak point, you can't refute. Wow. Oh no, what do I do then? That's what you're thinking. Luckily, it's just like white noise. Shoot him with the silencer. Okay.
I have an
I was
alibi.
running away from Gonta!
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even
Gonta,
tried hiding in the
others
girls'
were with me.
bathroom.
Things got a little heated at
Until they left with Gonta.
What's Monkey's
That was
alibi?
5 minutes
Right before
9
nighttime, I
p.m.
got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was
Are
in my
you
research
sure
lab
you did not
until
stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
Okay. Okay, I honestly, I only got one.
Running away from Gonta.
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the
5
classroom.
When I was running from
I even tried
Himiko,
hiding in the girls' bathroom.
things got a little heated at catch my drift.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
I didn't run
Did
into
you
anyone.
really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was
Are
in my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
Okay.
I was running away from Gonta.
Okay.
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Things got a little heated at catch my drift. Perfect.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was in
Are
my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the
Okay. I want to point out, Mew's alibi was, I was running from him, and I got horny. That's her alibi. I thought, I couldn't have done it. I got horny after I was running for my life. How was that an alibi? How was that an alibi?
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Anjin 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Of course not. That's a good truth. You're a good truth boy, and I believe you.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
I mean, that is true.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
Fair enough.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes.
Hey, you could do it. I believe it.
Transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly...
Ah, no, I'd believe it.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That would be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're including me too?
Well, yeah.
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Mew.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
Mew.
That's it!
Because she was walking around half naked.
Kokichi, you're talking about Mew, right?
What? You?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Suck it, nerd!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
I need to know the story behind this.
A girl walking around half naked.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Mew?
Accurate.
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right? That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear, even me.
Okay, I mean, you do you.
That'd be a whole different issue.
Yes, it would.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
Oh yeah, because he was like, ah, Dad, she's taking off her clothes. I don't know what to do. I'ma leave. She undressed for him.
It sounds like Gonta got an eye for him.
Yeah, lucky boy.
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
To avoid being captured.
Well, because, I'm pretty stacked, so...
I mean, that is fair. You are not below average.
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
It worked.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches!
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
The fun thing is, so do you.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta got a weird feeling.
Don't corrupt the poor guy.
So Gonta ran away.
Don't corrupt poor Gonta.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it.
Fair enough, but still, though, don't corrupt the boy.
I show my panties to the boys all the time.
That's not something to be proud of.
And I mean all the time.
That's again not something to be proud of.
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
Oh, that's worrying. That's worrying. Both her face right now and just what she said. That's worrying.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Also, that brings up a good point. Does Gonta, does he have a sex drive? Would that be a thing?
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up. We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
Ah, yay!
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder?
I mean, probably Kaito, because it had the whole thing of, it's not like we'll ever see Kaito again. Guys? We'll always see him tomorrow, right? So it's probably him.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by it.
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
I need this boy to just keep being him, but also fuck off at the same time. I don't know how I feel. I love him, but I hate him.
We narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of those 2 is the culprit, right? Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah?
Are you about to try to do that? Okay, we've come across 2 brothers, one always tells the truth, one always lies. And you ask them which is which. Is that what you're doing?
Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is. To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
It's fucking child.
Work hard
This fucking child.
Have the two argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings? If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
This fucking child. I love him, but I hate him, but I love him.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit! If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the two suspects argue against each other.
So, this boy.
No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives.
He's
Let's
fucked.
host an argument that's totally not boring but super fun!
This boy is fucked.
We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction. We'll scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works. Right, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
This boy is so fucked.
Yep, I totes agree.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
I love him.
And how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic. Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
The Cubs pad.
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma. When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
So, it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is... because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
One of these two had it?
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone! Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
Maki?
That's it.
Okay, that was a shot in the dark.
It was Maki's motive video, right?
Okay, Maki, yeah.
Oh, how did you ever guess? Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito.
How did you make that deduction?
Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki.
How did you make that deduction?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yes, you're right.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying to...
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit! I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
Which means...
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
Maki isn't the culprit either.
Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit?
Look how much he's not having it.
Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit.
Why would you know that?
It's just a hunch I've got.
Okay, fair enough.
Hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
Yeah, that doesn't fill me with confidence.
What?
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
Yeah, but you're a robot, so don't worry about it.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
You underestimate him.
No, he might actually be that stupid.
Yeah?
Idiot!
A two-a-duns idiot!
Hey, don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
Why?
What?
Yeah, she's like, what? What? What?
You believe in her? Like, based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right?
You're actually a colossal idiot. You're actually an astounding idiot.
Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not. That's the only thing that matters.
You're an actual, factual, genuine idiot.
So, you do not have any evidence.
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from. Because I want to believe in Himiko too.
Yeah, but you have your own reasons.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes. However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
Accurate.
He's an idiot after all.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
You see, that's okay that Gonta agrees with him, because Gonta's, you know... He's the bright, cheery boy. He's the innocent one. We love him.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. It really hurts my feelings.
Then don't be an idiot.
I'll believe in Maki as well.
What?
I love how everyone's like, okay, now we believe in Maki, she's cool, and even Maki's just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What the fuck? There's no evidence that acquits me of this crime. Why the fuck are you people agreeing with me? What the fuck? I love that.
That's our Kaido, right? Making us think with our hearts.
I don't know about that.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
I mean, to be fair, a good part of being a detective is hunches.
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to this crime either. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
It's also a good thing that he's Japanese and not American, because, you know, modern day America is guilty until proven innocent.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training.
Yeah, how's that work?
I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them?
Because we can suspect other people.
Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspect.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
She's gonna survive, isn't she? She's gonna survive this game.
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
She's gonna survive this game, I can feel it.
What are you trying to say, Maki?
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So I'll tell you.
Oh, tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
At nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
That's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
Quit fucking around! You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
I think you're dumb enough to swallow a lot of things, yes.
Yes, this seems too convenient.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
Cause she a bitch.
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie!
Oh, we're at the half point already? Really? Huh. That was quick. That was quick, if I'm honest.
Now then.
Hell you saying?
Uh-oh. Yeah. Now then.
Hell you saying?
Okay. Seriously, who killed Ryoma? I'm still none the wiser. I went into case one with a good hunch. I don't know here.
Another shocking truth revealed.
Back to square one.
Square one? If Square won, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
That remains of a once powerful yokai.
What the fuck does that mean?
Wow! What does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
Okay, I guess.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
You mean like you?
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Like you.
More one to talk.
Exactly.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video?
I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pack.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
I mean, it'd be a safe assumption that if you had hers, then she'd have yours.
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Kokichi? Kokichi, sorry. I went the fucking long way! Jesus!
It's you! That would be Kokichi. So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
Yeah, I can't fight you on that one.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
No, that means everyone's a suspect again.
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
Cause fuck y'all.
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
You see this bitch? This bitch is gonna survive, but she a bitch. She is gonna probably lead to people dying. But she gonna survive, I can feel it. Feel it in my bones.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Why?
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
Why though? Why would you do that though?
That's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
But why would you tell him though?
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
Yes, he has.
No, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party.
But then how did you know who had what?
I just checked who had whose, so I could give them back to everyone after.
Okay, fair enough.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
So you still suspect me? I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
No, because she has murder eyes.
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things.
I was legit thinking that the child is the one saying this.
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
That's literally what an alibi is. Convenience for yourself.
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
Fair enough.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
Okay, where are we at?
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else. Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Oh, okay. Alright.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else. Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place...
Okay. Boy, we're lying on your faces. Lying all up on your faces.
I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Oh? Please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything. Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
We lying for this bitch that we don't even like. And who doesn't like us.
Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Cause fuck you, that's why.
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now. We don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked.
Well, yeah, but you're like perfect. Not everyone's perfect.
We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know?
Are you sure?
I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Are you sure?
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
What if Maki is lying?
You're gonna believe him? Just like that?
Well, I mean, Gonta believes everyone just like that.
But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
They put so much. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Throughout all of Dangan 1 and 2, I kept saying, why the fuck do you people ever question Makoto and Hajime? Why the fuck do you people ever question them? Now it's like, these people are putting too much faith in Kaede and Shuichi. They blindly trust, and it's like, okay. I love that. Taking my criticism from the first 2 games and then being like, okay guys, no, I'm actively lying to you guys. Stop it.
Yes.
Okay.
If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too.
They put too much faith in this boy.
Believe shall set you free.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we believed him for so long.
Exactly.
We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
Look at that, he knows. This fucking knows.
Alright, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
So, everyone is culprit again?
Yes.
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
I don't know, after he was murdered.
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning. But
Or it was thrown in through the window.
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
And when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
At night through the window. At night through the window?
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, Dick Cheese?
Dick cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
it may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
How is that in your favor?
What a terrible title for a guard.
Yeah.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
That's not a good thing.
I don't even play baseball.
Exactly.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Nope.
Calm down, everyone. Go to sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments.
Scrum?
Disagreement?
Big scrum?
What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again?
Big scrum? For big boys?
Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial ground!
Okay, big scrum for big boys.
Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Thank you, Akihiko.
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
Okay, big scrum for big boys. Let's see how badly I fuck it up this time. Okay.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Angie!
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Okay. Okay, that's a good boy.
Possible you simply missed the culprit. Himiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Kaito!
Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
That's a good point!
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
I got this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the pool area itself. But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
Why was that mad easier than the last one? Why was that mad easier than the last one? Well, to be fair, the last one I had no idea what I was doing. This one I was looking for keywords in their sentence. But still, it's like, that was mad easier!
It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Also,
Corpse could.
Kaito brought up a good point. I thought about that and then slipped my mind completely. It's like, yeah, rules don't apply to corpses. That's the second time that's come into play.
I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. The curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
This is true.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Fair enough, but gentlemen do not kill, and I still feel it in my bones that you're going to kill someone in this game.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know! They used the ladder in the gym! You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
No, it didn't reach. It looked like it did, but they said it didn't.
That's it! The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage.
My answer was correct, my reasoning was wrong.
Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy. Then Gonta used his tard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
No, if you threw the ladder, you would have heard it.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies. Or ladders.
Tell that to WrestleMania.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible!
That's just a needless statement.
Sorry, you're right.
Why are you
You need
apologizing?
to apologize, Gonta.
Yeah.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Rude ass motherfucker. We just saved your ass and here you are insulting us.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow him all away with the truth.
So you don't have an answer?
I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right! You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty! Thieves just need to shut up and take their licks!
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for.
The fuck you mean we?
We gotta do something, Shuichi.
The fuck you mean we? The fuck you mean we? Where's this we come from? I'm doing the work.
I know. I have to do something, but...
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found. When we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Yeah, isn't it just?
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
You Gonta. Yes. Yes, Gonta. I like how no one commented on that. No one commented on that.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
I mean, he was killed in his own shower room.
That's not a bad idea for a robot.
That's rude.
The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the hole.
I don't... Is that a reference, or are you homeless?
Himikawa under the bridge?
I don't understand that reference. I don't know what that is.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Look at this rude ass bitch. Look at this rude ass bitch. You know what? I ain't lying for your ass no more. You can get fucked.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room?
Yes.
Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
Not sure about that, but
The
yes.
cause of death was drowning.
In his shower room.
There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
Shower room.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
It's true.
Drowning toilets? Impossible.
No, it's impossible.
Consider places where water is stored.
Like his sink.
The only place that fits is the pool.
No.
That's wrong.
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
A dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying.
Okay, that is the most Sonya this character has sounded. That was the most Sonya that this voice has let slip through the cracks.
Right now, you're on the threat.
In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Like, it's not really there, but in that first one, that was Sonya as fuck, boy.
Only after you leave.
so gloomy? This is the year of the Jets! Fuck the Patriots!
I don't rugby. I don't American rugby. I don't know. Is there a rivalry between the Jets and the Patriots? What team are the Patriots for? Is that Washington, D.C.? I don't know. I don't know who Patriots or Jets are for. All I know is that that's American rugby. I don't know what to do with the information you've just given me.
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Big sink. Big sink and big room.
This is it! The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by... This is it! The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Well, yeah. Sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So, the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part. Some fish had to get inside that.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
Most likely ambush.
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little old me. I'm just talking to myself.
Figured it out, didn't he? He straight up just figured it out.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed.
Okay.
Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
Okay.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right?
I don't quite get what the second part of that meant.
That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
Alright, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
I'm glad you're calling what we've already agreed.
But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there?
Threw it out of his window into the pool and then fished it out of the pool and then in through the other window.
Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
Wind dizzle, my nizzle.
There! The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right.
To the wall?
None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window?
Yes.
Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete!
Indeed.
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder.
Well, I mean, one could use a rope because there were 2 ropes that would just happen to be around hanging at certain lengths.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
No, you must not.
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
What the fuck is this? Psych Taxi. Or Psyche Taxi. So we've got letter cube, time, influence and focus gauge, other car, question, escort. So is this just a logic dive, but we're in a car? Instead of picking what lane we want to go in, we're picking up hose. Because, okay. The objective in the mode is to gather the letter cubes lane. So it's a mixture of logic dive and hangman's gambit. I'm picking up the letter cubes floating around. You complete the question. Once you've completed the question, you head toward the escort where that has the correct answer. If the right answer, they'll get in your car. If the wrong answer, something bad happens. Also, there will be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you'll take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, you can concentrate to stay calm and avoid them. This is blatantly outrun. This is blatantly outrun. And I'm okay with this. Okay, lab window. Ah, yeah! Okay. That's the way to pick up women, I guess. This is strange, but I like it. God, I was trying to read the question. God, fuck. That's the gym window. Ah, yeah, ho! There's good shit right here. This is so strange. This is so strange. And the fact that none of these fine females, these respectable women, are Kaede. in this boy's psyche. A little disheartening. But you know what, kid, you do you. You probably have higher respect for her than that. Than just to see her as an escort in a minigame, but still, somewhat disheartening. Okay, so Monokuma's on the road now too. What we got? Window to window? There we go.
It connects!
Okay. Via the pool was actually a strong option.
I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window.
I mean, they coulda.
I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown. But perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
You mean like the rope and the cable? The rope and the cable?
With this equipment, they can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
There! The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
There was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope! That's how they bridged the distance between both windows!
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
If you use two ropes.
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows,
According to the sign of the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough! That's what she said.
You had to get one more in, didn't you?
Wait, who said that?
She, don't worry about it. She said that.
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, Gonta think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Exactly.
Another rope. There was only one though.
There was two.
Oh, then it's impossible. Sorry.
No, Gunter a good boy. Until we kill someone, he a good boy.
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how did they use it?
Okay, so... First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow! That's amazing, Gonta! You're so knowledgeable.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Why not?
Eureka! I got it! Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration.
Wasn't it perseverance?
But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
No, of course it is.
You get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
I mean, that's also a possibility.
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
This boy.
Tarzan?
It's okay.
They also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
I mean, what they could have done is they could have just carried the body, because he's a very small boy, and they could have just climbed along the rope themselves and then just gently placed the body in the pool when they got there. You know.
The rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used!
It's also a possibility.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank.
I mean, there was also the
You
inflatable
wouldn't just
inflatable
throw
thing.
it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
I don't know, probably.
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
Okay. It's a ropeway. That's the correct term, right? Ropeway. Someone think, yeah, ropeway. And they use the inflatable dinghy thingy.
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
Do your own fucking work.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial.
The fuck you mean you?
It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick.
What have you actually done this entire trial?
I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
What have you done?
Yeah.
I like how Koichi doesn't even question. I like how he doesn't question. He's just like, yeah, okay. Okay, you cool. I got it. Oh yeah, the good shit. I want to say that. No. Ropeway, bitches! Yee, son! This is so much more preferable to fucking Danganronpa 2's Hangman Gambit, which was fucking awful.
The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got drain damage or something? You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
You mean like the inflatable tube that we got? The fuck is this? Mind mine. Okay. Okay. Scenes. Okay, so what are the question? Dig up square piece. Confirm image. Okay, so in scenes where you have to deduce an image, mind mine will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the left stick and move the cursor to erase pieces of the X button. Pieces will be erased when 2 or more of the same color connect. The adjacent pieces will change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all pieces from the object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces on top of the objects are gone, you can select the object with an answer. Okay. Okay.
I see it!
Okay then.
It's the inner tube! The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool!
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway.
These fucking murders are so much more convoluted.
And used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules?
No, why?
It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
No, not really.
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
Well, we know who's dying next.
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His what? Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Thank you, Sonia.
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
Uh-oh! Daddy's mad at you now!
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
great!
Manosuke, you better thank Monodum. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So Culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder! Some crazy-ass shit!
Accurate.
But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
Okay, but why was the inner tube left in the pool? Because it was still attached to the rope. You could have... Oh wait, no. If it fell into the pool, the rope wasn't connected to the other side that the rope was, that the inner tube was connected to, so they couldn't have got it. Okay.
I see. The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
Because it was night time.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool was so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Huh! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur!
No, actually. Save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
You need to stop.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event.
Please do.
But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
God fucking.
Okay.
You're just
Who could it be?
you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
I actually don't.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
I actually don't know who it is.
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
I don't actually know who it could be.
You believe in my detective skills?
I'm just fighting to the trial and I don't know who it is.
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Had to be prepared in the gym beforehand. Knowing that narrows down the list of suspects. Who was in the gym beforehand? Well, I mean, there's only 3 people. So... Oh, fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck... Oh. Fuck this game. Fuck this game!
To be you. There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
Fuck this game.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
Please be the wrong choice.
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision?
Personally, no.
I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Please do. Please do.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Yeah, sure.
That's wrong! No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window. That required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion! While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
Nihilism? Okay. That's a weird place to go.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided when you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty. Your entire case falls apart.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope,
It is possible to reach the gym window from the third floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
I'll cut through your words.
What blade did I select?
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
I sort of just hit triangle in like reaction. What did I select? I don't actually know.
Those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
This fucking child.
Is Kirumi quiet because that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone! I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
Who is they? What was on your video, madam?
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about? I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
Yes, really. So please believe me, I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to!
Kirumi!
I'm not happy about this.
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else.
I'm not a fan of this situation.
Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
Why? I mean, I'd like him to be, but no.
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well. She really is like a mom.
Everyone keeps calling her that.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
He is.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Accurate.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
Himiko. put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
I'm really unhappy about this.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The black fabric?
The final clue?
Black fabric?
Damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Black fabric?
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit?
Because you did it, sadly.
Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. You bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous rat. You can't save anyone!
That's fucking rude, but Jesus. Alright. Hitting a little close to home. Okay.
This is it!
I am unhappy about this. I hate this game.
Piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain it's an important piece of the puzzle. Because, like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
I'm incredibly unhappy about this. I can't explain how unhappy I am about this. Hello?
You are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just your empty
Oh,
deduction.
shit.
You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die! In this class trial, I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. You only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. You only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. What does that piece of trash prove?
It ends here!
Okay, why? I'm not complaining, but okay, why?
A piece of fabric came from
Hi.
Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't bare-handed.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and...
It fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. You can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
I am big unhappy.
Rumi, what's wrong?
I'm unhappy with this game.
I will show you the truth.
I am big unhappy. I am big unhappy right now. Oh, alright.
this.
Big unhappy with this case. Big unhappy with this case.
The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime. And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid?
Big unhappy. Big unhappy right now.
Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi. Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
Yes, it's accurate.
But we don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodam, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
I am big unhappy. I am incredibly big unhappy right now. I am incredibly big unhappy right now. I am not a fan of this game. How dare you?
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Who the fuck voted for me? Who the fuck voted for me? Who? How dare you? Who the fuck voted for me? Which one of you motherfuckers?
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I am unhappy. I am unhappy. I am muchly unhappy. I did pretty damn well on that one. I am still muchly unhappy though. I didn't get any back routes though, but I'm still muchly unhappy though. Big much unhappy. Oh my, you all voted correctly. What an unexpected and unpredictable outcome. The blackened who killed Ryoma Hoshi is Kurumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. Yay, bravo, bravo. Oh, thank goodness we managed to get through a class trial again. There's nothing good about this at all. Why? Why did why have to be Kurumi?
Yeah.
Truly, this result was unexpected.
Wait!
How could you be so calm about this?
No way.
But going to know can believe it. Kurumi is so helpful for everyone. Saying Kurumi is also culprit.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, how long have you been lying to us?
The truth is
that why you took such good care of us, so you could deceive everyone? You mean she's not my mommy? She was never your fucking mom. Hey Kurumi, tell me, why? You were always thinking about everyone around you. How could you kill someone? Human beings have always been selfish, self-centered creatures. That's why I hate humans. They burn down the forests that we call home, they pollute the rivers that we drink from. I never forgive humans.
no way!
But is that really the reason to destroy them? Some humans are really nice.
Shut up!
Enough of the commentary already.
Say,
Well, Kurumi, what are your feelings towards us simply another falsehood?
How?
No, it can't be. Say it ain't so. That was another lie too?
no.
I don't think so. I still believe Kurumi cares about us.
What?
And how would you know? I can't say for certain, but I can sense that this trial has been agonizing for her. You can't say for certain, That is what a detective would say. Kurumi, are you upset? Because of the people important to you? You mean like from the motive video? So Kurumi watched hers after all? Earlier Kurumi mentioned that she had accepted a request. Perhaps that request came from someone important in the motive video.
What's wrong?
Do you have nothing else to say for yourself?
I do not agree.
No, that's not it. I'm just lost. Because if I tell you why I did it, you'll all regret what you've done. Regret?
Damn.
Spill out already, otherwise we can't accept this outcome.
Please!
Please, Kurumi, tell us. I care about you a lot, and I know the others care about you too. So please.
Understood.
Very well then. If you are also desperate to know,
I shall take that request.
I shall consider this a final request and tell you everything.
Well, you know.
No more lies then. You better just tell us the truth. Please and thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I understand.
That is correct.
Your reasoning was exactly right. The reason I murdered Ryoma was because of what I saw in my motive video. As I thought, you did indeed watch your video. Does that mean someone broke the agreement and traded you your motive video? Alright, first up, which one of you did? Close your eyes and raise your hand if it was you.
What are you saying?
Why would the one raise their hand need to close their eyes?
May I?
No necessary. I did not trade my motive video of anyone. You didn't trade your video of anyone? Then how did you see your motive video?
Hey!
Perhaps Kurumi received her own motive video.
Huh?
You mean she had her own motive video from the start?
Yes.
Correct. No one had my motive video but me, the video's intended recipient. I have no idea why.
What's going on?
How's that possible? Monokuma, what the hell's going on? You know, I meant to bring this up earlier because it's been bugging me for a while. All this talk about videos being switched. What does that mean exactly? Don't play dumb. You're the one who switched up the motive videos. No, I didn't. Huh? Oh, was I not supposed to ask that? Did your cup screw up again? Huh? Not supposed to.
Dumbass!
It's all my family's fault. She passed out while checking our names. What? I don't know. Monotaro should have checked the names too. Wait a minute. I don't even remember passing out any videos. It was my fault.
Yeah?
What?
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I should have been more careful. No, one of them. It's not your fault.
Okay.
It's all our fault. I'm sorry too. It seems I misunderstood. I completely forgot that the plan all along was to redistribute the videos.
Hey,
It's not your fault at all, kids. It's my fault for forgetting. What the hell is this mushy feel-good crap?
You stupid!
You're all idiots. I'm through getting along with you dummy bears.
well now.
I'm sorry to cause so much trouble. Please continue your boring conversation.
I see.
I see. The Monocubs merely distributed the motor videos at random. Receiving my own video was nothing more than bad luck.
Oh, I see.
So you just watched it without knowing why it was given to you.
Hey!
What was in your video?
What's wrong?
Well, you promised to tell us everything.
Yes.
I will tell you the truth in its entirety, but I doubt that everyone will believe it.
So,
If that's the case, why don't we all watch the video together?
That's right.
Yes, that would be much better. Let's hurry before Daddy gets bored again. How far of you? Yeah, I suppose it's better this way. Perhaps the truth will be easier to believe if you witness it with your own eyes. After Kurumi had spoken, the Monocubs began playing the video.
alright! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister.
Okay.
The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country.
How?
He asked Kirumi to
Make this country great again.
and transferred all his authority to her.
Okay, that's a second Trump reference. But also, you're telling me Kurumi is de facto the Prime Minister of Japan.
No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country.
You're telling me Kurumi is basically the Prime Minister of Japan.
And over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister.
Kurumi is the Prime Minister of Japan.
Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom.
How?
Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders. But Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill. She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life. Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret. Find out for yourself.
You're telling me Kurumi the ultimate mummy GF is the de facto Prime Minister of Japan. Sure. It can't be. Oh, what the hell? The Prime Minister?
Yes.
Anything you just saw is true. Although I only remembered it upon watching the video. Remembered?
Wait!
Please hold on, that video is true? This is ridiculous. There's no way Kurumi's really the Prime Minister.
I do not agree.
No, it's the truth. I am Kurumi Tojo, your ultimate maid, and the most important to me
Selfless devotion.
are the citizens of this country.
I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past. But he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request. As a maid, it is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
What did I do?
You're literally confusing the shit out of me, because this makes no sense and I gotta take a dump. Alright, I see, so Kurumi was the real Prime Minister, running the country behind the scenes. How can you seriously believe that a high schooler can be a Prime Minister?
You really don't get it.
I don't think his odd and ultimate level talent could be that powerful. I mean, Keyboy's talent lets him pretend to be human. Wow.
How rude!
Yeah, I'm not pretending, I'm still learning.
I see.
I see. Well, good luck, I guess.
Incredible.
I was aware of Kurumi's impressive talents, but Prime Minister?
What?
Then Kurumi really is Prime Minister? She's the whole burden of the country's future?
Actually.
The motor video aside, Kurumi doesn't seem like she'd lie about something like that.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, I get that Kurumi is really important, but what was that unprecedented
I
crisis?
do not know.
I don't know, actually. Why can't I remember? If our memory's lost,
That's...
why... Yeah, wait. Isn't it just like the Ultimate Hunt?
That is correct.
Perhaps it is connected to the Ultimate Hunt. The Ultimate Hunt is... God damn it. Is it connected to this unprecedented crisis facing the nation? If that's true, how are they connected? What is the Ultimate Hunt anyway?
I do not know.
I do not know what is happening to the nation while I'm here inside the End Wall. That is why I needed to know. I needed to know that the most important people in my life were safe.
This is my selfless devotion.
Because I am duty and honor bound to protect every citizen of this nation.
My apologies.
That is why I needed to escape.
If so...
So you weighed our lives against the lives of everyone else in the nation. But if those are the options, of course you'd pick everyone outside, right? There's just too many lives at stake out there. And we just stopped Kurumi from doing that because we selfishly wanted to live.
I don't like that.
What should we do? Did we just make a horrible mistake? If everyone outside dies because Kurumi is dead,
Why?
doesn't that mean we pretty much destroyed the country?
Wait!
Say, what's Monokuma planning to do to the rest of humanity? You know how many people live in this country? 100 million. Oh, I mean the tragedy happened. Unless humanity is rebuilt.
Always messing around.
No matter how powerful the mastermind is, there's no way they could really.
Bears do not fly. Bears do not fly. Hey,
I am the ruler of this world. Nothing is beyond my power. Nothing's beyond your power. What kind of arrogant, ridiculous...
100%.
It's 100% a lie. It is impossible that he can bring disaster to our country.
What are you trying
What's
to
so
say?
funny? You guys act like you can't believe it, but you're all terrified anyway. If you can't believe it, then why are you terrified for no reason? Why do humans lie? Why are humans the only animal that tells lies? Hey, cut it out, this is serious. How long are you gonna keep talking about Kurumi? Let's talk about Ryoma. It would be a shame to completely neglect him.
Oh, I see.
That's right, we know your motive to kill, but why did you kill Ryoma specifically?
That is...
Because he was easy to kill. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Weird!
Ryoma not that weak. When he used Shukushi method, not even even Gonto not could catch.
I do not agree.
His physical strength was irrelevant when he did not have reason to live.
Do you agree?
Without that, he became the weakest among us. What? I took advantage of his weakness and killed him. What do you mean?
That is...
I told him I had urgent matters to discuss and to meet me in the research lab on the 3rd floor. There, I revealed my motive video, and afterward, I told him,
That is correct.
I'm responsible for the life of every citizen in this nation, so I must escape this place. And then he responded,
Got it.
so, you got a reason to survive. That's the complete opposite of me. That's good. If you've got something to live for, it means your life has value. After he said that, he told me he would clean up the tennis balls laying around.
And then he turned his back toward me. At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew. He forfeited his life right then and there. That is correct.
That is when I decided I must sacrifice his life for my nation and my people.
Then
Ryoma knew he was going to be killed.
But
Wait a minute. It's Maki's fault that Ryoma decided that he didn't want to live anymore. What?
because
Ryoma only gave up on life after you showed him his motive video. Well, since you didn't watch his motive video, I guess you had no way of knowing.
What are you talking
What's your
about?
point?
wait.
Wait a minute. You're talking as if Ryoma saw the motive video. Didn't you just say that he only checked the name and didn't watch the video? Ah, did I say that?
Huh?
What are you getting at?
well, you know.
I probably shouldn't say anything, but someone has to step up and speak for poor Ryoma.
Told you.
Again, what's your point? That he gave up on life because I showed him the motive video? I'll get to that in a sec. But why don't you think Ryoma wanted to see, or why do you think he wanted to see his video? Because he was looking for a reason to live, isn't that right, Maki?
Why?
How do you know that?
What?
Yeah. But
Hey,
no. Jeez. In other words, please.
that's true.
You're right, he was looking for a reason to live.
Well, you know.
Which means you shouldn't have showed him his motive video in the first place.
Hey!
What do you mean? What did his video show? Nothing. His motive was empty.
Huh?
Empty?
Okie dokie.
Oh, we're up next. Let's give it a watch, shall we?
All right, back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video. Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado, this message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro. Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you. I'm so sorry. Really, I am. You have my deepest sympathies. Sorry. Sorry.
Wow. No one was important to him.
Always messing around.
That's what he was shown. If he saw something like that, he had none to care for and none who cared for him. He found no motive to live. Because of that, he chose to let Kurumi claim his life.
I see.
So that's why. He must have just watched that video before I summoned him to meet with me.
It can't be.
He just gave up then? To hell with that damn moron.
But
It's bad he had no reason to live, but it's also bad to have too many reasons to live.
because
That's why you did such a terrible thing, right, Kurumi? For too many reasons.
Yes.
You are free to judge me for killing Ryoma. Did I say Ryomi? I don't know. I would bear the burden of being seen as evil for the sake of my nation and its people.
For everyone.
Because that is what it means to serve with selfless devotion. That's why I needed to survive. Sacrificing you all, meant saving the lives of men, women, children, and elderly. I wanted to live. Kurumi. Monokuma, going to have question.
You need something?
Oh, what is it? Can Gonta be blackened instead of Kurumi? What? Gonta not smart boy, but even Gonta understand what everyone's saying. Kurumi should live, not Gonta. World need her. I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to die, but Kurumi's life is way more valuable than mine. Kurumi's got lives, or got the lives of hundreds of millions of people on her shoulders, right? Logically, Kurumi's survival would result in fewer casualties than our collective survival would. Jeez, maybe it would have been better if we'd gotten the culprit wrong. What do you mean? If Kurumi survives, then the nation's future would be secure. Then, what was the point of me doing all this? Why did I reveal the truth? What have I done? Was I wrong? I shouldn't have. What kind of face is that, Suichi? You're my sidekick, so then suck it up.
Hey!
That goes for you all. To hell with all this value of life shit. Life is not it's not just something. You can't trade it or put a price on it. Kaito.
Listen up.
And your life doesn't belong to you. Or it doesn't just belong to you. It's for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, even neighbours.
I mean...
And it's not something that you can decide to throw away on your own. I mean, again though, it's like, what, 13 lives? 13 lives versus a nation of 100 millions, you know. Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. It's sort of a thing.
Don't worry about
So we didn't do the wrong thing. Life's purpose is to be lived. Tell that to the millions of people we may have just condemned to death. As long as you stay alive, anything's possible. You can even go to the stars.
Of course.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I wanna live. I haven't even travelled to space yet. There's no way in hell I'm gonna die here. Jeez. The idiot's talking again. But he's right. I mean, you're right too. He is an idiot, but he's right.
So divine.
Yeah, he's a damned idiot. I don't know why, but this idiot always fills me with an inspiration. Don't stop calling me an idiot.
But
Maybe his stupid speech is just what we needed to hear. Kurumi certainly looked shaken by it. Huh? Shaken?
because...
Do you really think someone as desperate to live as Kurumi would give up so easily? Of course not. In fact, she probably still hasn't given up, even now. She was hoping that learning the truth would make one of us volunteer to die in her place.
Huh?
What?
But...
That Monokuma would never allow Blacken to escape punishment, so maybe she wanted everyone to rebel so that she could use as a cover to escape on her own. How about Kurumi? Am I close? You are the most detestable cretin I have ever met. You knew exactly what I would attempt, yet allowed me to explain anyway. Wait, what you said was true?
You mean?
You tried to trick Gonta? You tried to trick everyone?
Really?
Seriously, you backstabbing cunt.
Cut it out.
Enough, she was just trying to stay alive in her own way. Nobody can blame her for that. That's right, I must survive. Because I carried the weight of the entire nation on my shoulders. I would not have killed Ryoma if I was so easily deterred. This request will not be fulfilled until I have brought joy to every citizen of this nation. So no matter what, I cannot die. That is why I killed Ryoma. Even now, I refuse to give up. Kurumi. You still refuse to give up. So what do you intend to do?
You must
I intend to live. I must survive no matter what it takes. If I must debase myself, so be it. Okay. I would drink filth and eat carrion. What does that have to? Okay.
I will survive.
I'll do anything to survive. She screamed and started running. Okay, well, fair enough. Okay. I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's got a completely undignified exit.
I have to escape. I won't die here.
There's no way I'm letting you out of here. I like how Liar Boy is having so much fun. Look at him. It was ugly and raw and feral. She just ran as fast as she could. I heard my voice call out. Run! Run! Okay, they're all just like, fuck it, get out of here, Gil! Like I said, I'm not letting you leave.
I will live. I refuse to die in a hellhole like this.
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
For my nation. For my people.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I will not die!
Jesus. Okay, how fucked up is this one gonna be? What the fuck is with this game and sustained torture? What the fuck is with this game and sustained torture?
Really?
I'm Monodam, why did you kill Monosuke? Or Monosuke?
It's okay.
If you need to vomit, let it out. You will feel much better afterwards. Monosuke, he was no different from Monokid. He was getting in the way of us getting along. We don't need him.
Yeah?
Don't need him.
Let's get along.
We few remaining Monocubs must get along.
We are all...
No matter what, we will always get along. Not even Father can stop us from getting along.
I will not forget.
Not if he knows what's good for him. Jesus. This academy belongs to us. The age of the Monocubs begins now. How dare you take that rebellious tone with me, young man? And yet, this angsty attitude of yours is just so cute. It's so cute how your little crew has shrunk by one member. Yeah, shrunk. You're not getting any larger, you know.
They're so freaking cute!
All this craziness makes me feel like I'm about to sneeze. Okay.
How horrible!
Okay. We caught an ugly bitch.
Stop it!
It doesn't matter, now's not time for that.
I don't like
I can't take this anymore. Even Kurumi was killed so brutally. I don't want to do this anymore. Am I going to end up like that too?
I'll protect you!
How did that happen, Himiko? I'll protect you no matter what. I'll protect you no matter what. But I don't want to do this anymore either. Please, let's just stop this killing game. I don't care what. I don't care if we stay trapped here forever.
Come on, come on!
Oh, is that what Atua said?
Cause Atua says so.
All desire, even your desire to escape this place, can corrupt you beyond redemption. It's Monokuma who is corrupt. He's the one who distributed the motor videos.
I see, yes.
These videos are more dangerous than we thought. They have driven Kurumi that far.
That's true.
What worries me is, as long as we're trapped here, we don't know what's true or false.
Okay.
That must be why Kurumi did not want to show the videos. She thought that if everyone felt the same murderous rage she did, this killing game would be pure chaos. She wanted to stop that. If that's the case, then we really shouldn't show our videos to each other.
Of course.
That was our consensus from the beginning, not including you, of course.
However,
I had assumed Kokichi would try to show our videos too, to get under our skin, but that did not come to pass. What, I wonder, was his intentions? I'd never do anything like that. I'm still thinking about what Kurumi said. What Kurumi said?
That's...
What she said earlier, correct?
Huh?
Oh, what about? She said that she remembered, and it didn't sound like a lie either. Maybe that video had the properties of a flashback light, if it made her remember.
What?
Huh? The properties of a flashback light?
Okay.
Still, how could Kurumi remember something she never should have forgotten? 7. The entire nation seems too important to her to just forget. That's true. Well, does that mean we have motives to kill that we'll remember by watching our videos? If that's the case, maybe it's for the best that we don't watch the videos. As long as we don't see the videos, we don't know our motives. Yeah, now I'm convinced it's probably for the best. Those motive videos would mess us up. It's better if we just believe in each other. That's right, it's best if we don't remember our motives, for everyone's sake.
Oh dear.
Hearing you speak of everyone's sake is the least believable lie I've heard yet.
So mean.
How rude. I've always doing stuff for everyone's sake.
It's a lie.
I'm sure you wouldn't believe me when I say stuff like that, so I'll keep lying. But maybe seeing Kurumi's final moments made me change my views. She tried to escape until the very end, run away to live. Might not be a bad idea.
You're right.
Maybe facing the truth isn't enough.
That's right.
Yeah, true. It's okay to run sometimes. You gotta win in the end. That's all you gotta do. And with that, the second class trial ended for us. A Pyrrhic victory. We still lost a friend. What is the end Kaito spoke of, and how do we reach it? I don't know. I still don't know. We returned from the courtroom area. When we returned from the courtroom area, the area was already blanketed in darkness.
For now.
For now, we should rest. To me, that seems the most rational course of action.
You're right.
Yeah, my brain's out of juice from going full throttle all day.
Why, you?
Like you have a brain to use.
I won't forgive you!
Anyway, this skinny game is over. I won't allow it to go on.
It'll be okay.
It's fine. As long as we listen to Achura, we'll all be just fine.
What's wrong?
What's wrong, Gunter? Why are you staring up at the sky? It's just, even when all the bad stuff happens, stars are always so pretty. But stars here are different. Not the same ones Gunter used to. Different? What do you mean? Position of the stars? Yeah, Gunter looking, but no can find star he remembers.
Why?
But why? Were we taken somewhere far away? Far away.
Hey, so...
Hey, let's all head back already. I'm wiped out. Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, hold on. I have to tell you guys something.
Huh?
What now? Like I said, I'm wiped out. Now. It won't take long, so listen to what I have to say.
What is it?
Well then, what is it you have to say? Everyone seems to be treating me like a compulsive liar. Well, you are.
You get it?
But that's ridiculous. There's a way worse liar than me in our group. A worse liar than you. I'm talking about Maki. What? What do you mean Maki's a liar? And Maki admitted it during our class trial, remember? Ryoma wanted her to show him his motive video because he was looking for a reason to live. But that wasn't the whole story. Ryoma was blackmailing you, wasn't he, Maki? Blackmail? Ryoma just so happened to discover Maki's true identity. So he used that to blackmail her. I bet he said something like, if you don't show my motive video, I'll tell everyone what you really are. That's why Maki didn't want us to know she met with Ryoma. She wanted to keep her true identity a secret. And that's why she kept quiet until the last minute.
Hold on!
Ryu, what shit are you making up now? Maki's true identity, what? I've known Maki's true identity for the whole time. For a moment there, I thought Maki had disappeared. She moved so fast.
You know, this is an interesting turn of events. Would you really kill me in front of everyone?
Hey, Maki! What the hell's going on?
Yeah, you can probably snap my neck like a twig right now.
Do it!
But that's not your style. You would rather kill from the shadows. Right, Miss Ultimate Assassin?
Oh boy! Oh boy, that's a thing! That's a thing! Okay then! Okay then! Woo! Woo, that's some hot shit! We still lost the Mummy GF though. I'm not happy about this. I am very, very unhappy about this. I am the big not happy. Big not happy! Well, I have Mew still. If Mew dies, I'm done with this series. If Mew dies, I'm done with this series.